classmates. Zara, Isa, Ira, Cleo, and Angeli. I greeted them and we had a nice talk. I learned that they were all managing a boutique. As a part-time job, they were all modeling Chanel, Louis Vuitton, Dolce & Gabbana. They were the hit girls of the current fashion industry. But someone was missing from the plate. I asked them what happened to Supremo. The queer fellow or match. They told me that Supremo had a one-night stand with I fell off child. The girls had to go
Ganito. Nor, tigmap man ka ko, Nor. Court. Tigmap man ka court, Nor. Gara.
I walked towards the crowded area to find out what they colloquial all about. I discovered that the movie scene was being filmed. An actor and an actress were acceptably alone forgetting the makeup done. The makeup artist was incredibly white and her eyes were
Louis Aro. Louis.
it was Annabelle. I also realized that the actors were in fact my high school batchmates, Charlene and Kindred.
Gol! Jan Lloyd.
After all, there was
Carlos Camira.
as standard as Charlene and as soft-spoken as Kindred who would turn out to be superstars. While looking at the TV scene, I was suddenly hit by a car. I fell on my knees and gave out a frantic shout. A woman came out of the car and helped me stand up. The woman was dressed in a doctor's suit. She was tall, gaunt, and had a dark complexion. She asked me if I were hurt and replied that I wasn't. I hesitated a few seconds before realizing that the woman was in fact Nikki Barrera, the valedictorian of our high school batch. We talked ecstatically and I found out that she had become a renowned psychologist.
Martin.
She told me that she was heading to the mental asylum she was working at and she asked me if I wanted to talk. Curious about her work, I gladly. After arriving at the mental institution, Nikki led me through a hallway filled with numerous doors leading to the patient's rooms. We stopped at the last door of the passage and Nikki, with an eerie smirk, opened it slowly. The patient inside was a middle-aged man. He was quite plump and had pale skin. He was preoccupied with writing Pawoli book on the tile floors of his room. Within an instant, I knew who the man was. It was our alumni buddy, Archie. He explained that Archie was admitted to repair after having a nervous breakdown. We both laughed and she then invited me to
Okay lang yan,
have
Archie.
a her at a nearby cafe. Wanting to find out about Nikki's life, I accepted her offer. The coffee shop was called Bloody Jack, which was somehow painfully popular. The walls were made of elegantly designed glass. We entered the establishment and a jovial ambience welcomed us. The smell of bread and raw coffee filled the room. Nikki and I found a table and soon afterwards, a waitress came to take our order. The waitress had noticeable bangs and she wore a
Lisa.
big smile. I shouted, "Larry!"
Waitress.
I